Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the Big Texan. Hey, kind of cool. I'm gonna tell you, I normally tell you guys, go to your thrift stores, go to your Ollie's and your Ross and your Walmart for the superstars and all this other stuff. But I tell you, Instagram is a cool place to buy stuff from. Zombie Sailors. I would tell you guys to befriend him on Instagram, because every now and then he'll throw up discounted stuff for the Heel and Faces line, and that's what he did over the weekend. And he just threw out a post saying, "Hey, I found a box of a couple of these figures. The packaging is not in the best shape. I'm cutting the prices on them. Claim them if you want them." And I claimed two. One of them I already had, but now I have one on card, and now I'm going to have one loose in a minute. So this is the Heels and Faces Bruiser Brody. Now, I love the Hasbro line. I love the retros that are coming out. Like I said, I have this one mint on card. This one, you can't see it. The only thing that's bad about it is got a crease right here. So truly, if you're a mint on card person, this one wouldn't be horrible to have. But I want to have one open. So let's open this baby up. Take this guy out so I can have my Bruiser Brody with my Hasbros. So this one is very cool. He's got that clothesline. He's got the makeshift fur on the boots, the knee pad, the elbow pad. If any guys remember, Bruiser Brody never wore two elbow pads. It was always one. And that thing was always blood stained. So very cool that this one, I mean, they could have done a little blood staining on there, but very cool. Love Bruiser Brody growing up as a kid. All right, so he does twist on the waist, nothing on the knees. On the clothesline arm, he does stretch out for that clothesline. Other arm moves around, the head moves around, so he's perfect for the Hasbro line. There was something other cool thing in the package here. Oh my God, I just dropped a different figure. But yeah, so this, if you know or watch Brody in Japan, he always had a chain on him, and he would always, throw that stuff in the air, and you would see all the fans, start running away. So kind of cool. We can have that dangling out of his hand. Oh. Now, there is another one from Heel and Faces where he's wearing a vest. I do not have that one. I would pick it up. Originally, when I bought my first one, that's the one I was going for, but they actually sold out of it before I could order it, so I had to buy this particular one. So I'm glad that I have one mint on card, and now I got one to display in the case. Very cool. Barbara Goodish is a friend of mine, his widow. She comes in every year. I actually see her probably a good 5 or 6 times a year. She gets together with Herb Simmons, my wrestling promoter. We do a Bruiser Brody Battle Royal, and the winner gets a trophy. That trophy gets to stay with that wrestler until he comes back, and that guy has to defend it again in the Battle Royal. I had won that once, but very cool to have Frank Goodish, Bruiser Brody, King Kong Brody in my case. Now I got a lot of them. I'm still waiting on my big rubber guy from Matt Cardona and his company, Major Bendy's. But this will hold me over until that guy comes. Very cool pickup. Glad I was able to have it. But the other one, there was two that I ordered. Now this one, literally the package. Oh, okay, so it does got a crease right here too. Very hard to see that crease. Again, if you're a mint on card guy, this would probably just suit you fine. I was trying to look for my, well, I don't have them in this case. It must be in the other case. But I have the Legends of Professional Wrestling, King Kong Bundy. But this is the one from Heel and Faces. So let's open him up too. Let's see what he's got to offer us. You know, King Kong Bundy, King Kong Bruiser Brody, had to get them both. But yeah, very cool figure. I love the old school boots. Definitely looks like King Kong Bundy. Got that 5 hand out. You know, if you ever watch any of his matches, he always made the referee count to 5. Just to be a Billy badass, you know, guy. Very cool. Let me just open up this display and compare them here to a Hasbro. Definitely the same size. So definitely something that would go into the Hasbro line. Seeing if I can find one of the bigger guys. Let's grab Hakeem here. Now Hakeem was basically the same size as a Bundy. And I think Hakeem, at least this version, you know, has a little bit more weight looking to him. So they probably could have put like a bigger belly on Bundy, but I'll still take him. I love King Kong Bundy. I love Bruiser Brody. I couldn't say that I was a heel guy growing up because I was traditionally a Hulk Hogan fan. You know, I have so many things of Hulk Hogan. He'll always be the guy to me, the GOAT. But very cool. When I started working, you know, then you start realizing that it takes 2 to dance. And your great good guy has to have an ultimate bad guy to make things look great. Not saying that that's when I actually started falling for the heels, because I loved Mr. Perfect in the 80s. You know, Mr. Perfect, Ravishing Rick Rude, even Jake the Snake Roberts when he became like a heelish type of character. Those guys were always great too. Now, this next purchase was just an eBay purchase. You know, most people know that I collect the WWE superstars, and that I slept on them for years because I didn't start collecting them until this year. So they're already on like series 13 when I started collecting them. Another thing that I was sleeping on was the retros. Now I picked up a couple, literally a couple, just 2. I picked up an Undertaker, and I picked up the Iron Sheik, and those are the only 2 retros I collected. But the Undertaker, I love this version of him. You know, he's in purple. I always love the purple gear. Don't get me wrong, I love the gray gear too. But I picked him up strictly because he had the purple gear on. And I seen him, well, I didn't see him. I seen his manager on eBay. And so I was just following it just to see how high it would get. It didn't get too high. So I decided to be the one to pick them up. So that's what I did. Very big box. And I know why, because it's mint on card. And I'm probably going to piss a couple people off because my Undertaker's loose. That means his manager's got to be loose too. So let's get Paul Bear out of here. Oh, I love this too. eBay sellers, you know, sometimes they do you dirty and they don't, you know, package the boxes really well. And if you're looking for something mint on card, it normally doesn't happen. But this guy, bubble wrap, smaller bubble wrap, and then some insulation too. And it was a big box. Again, because like I said, he's mint on card. So even more bubble wrap. But I don't know if I'm going to collect this line, mainly because I'm an old school wrestler collector, and this line has got a lot of the newer players in it. Now, don't get me wrong, nothing wrong with that, because I still wrestle. It's just that the older school wrestlers, the 80s, the 90s, that's what I grew up on, and those what are the ones I mainly like to collect and display. Oh, I did not realize this is a slip over. All right, so I'll probably keep this package just so I can slip this out and in when I want to. But let's put Paul to the side because he does have a little urn. That is really cool. That's kind of what I wanted with Paul Bearer. I met Paul Bearer. He actually, before I was a wrestler, I was going to meet The Undertaker. And St. Louis, big town for, for, what do they call them? Haunted houses. And they had booked The Undertaker for a haunted house here in St. Louis, just as a special guest to meet him after you went through the haunted house and get his autograph and stuff. And that was the year The Undertaker actually went out, before the other Undertaker came, so before the purple. So the Undertaker was actually hurt. I thought, being a kid still, that I didn't know if it was real or not. So I went to the haunted house to meet him. He wasn't there. Paul Bearer took his spot. So Paul Bearer, love it. They can do clicking, but both arms move up and down. So I don't know. He could almost do a choke slam the way that hand looks. But this other hand looks like it's going to. Yep. Oh, nope. There. Nope. Maybe this one. All right. So I don't know how I'll display him with the urn, because it looks like neither hand really wants to hold this thing. It just wants to come out of this hand. So that kind of sucks. Kind of wish he would have been able to actually hold the urn a lot better, and that would have made it so much more displayable. Because as soon as you try to put it in this hand, it wants to come back out. So that would be the only thing that sucks. But Paul Bearer was very cool when I met him. Did get his autograph, because the thing I brought for the Undertaker to sign, it was a picture of him and Paul. So Paul signed it for me. Very cool guy. I was actually watching Paul when he was his Prissy Pringle, back when he was working the Texas territories. So very cool. I kind of knew something was up, because matter of fact, I would skip school or play hooky or play sick, and that was the only time that the Texas territories, whether it be WCCW or after they sold out to Jarrett. I know they changed the name. It's escaping me. But Percy Pringle was in that form of it. And that was the only time I was able to see it. Of course, I think it was on ESPN at the time. But I could only see it during the day. Those days, I had the illness, if you know what I'm talking about. And then as soon as he came over as Paul Bearer, I was like, oh, no, that was Percy Pringle. But very cool. Then you hear that he was actually a mortician in real life. Oh, maybe a horde like that. Maybe that'll work. So very cool that he was able, since he was a mortician, to be a Paul Bearer. But these two definitely going to be displayed together. Very cool on the shelf. Very glad I picked them up. If you like this kind of stuff, I know I say it in every video, but man, it means so much. Because a small channel like me that's trying to grow, the only way we can grow is if you like, comment, and share it. So please do that. I try to answer all my comments. So if you ever want to reach me or get a hold of me, just put it in the comments and I'll comment back. But thank you for tuning in. I think this is the last video for the day. But I'm sure there'll always be more at the end of the week, because I toy hunt just about every day. But you have a good one, and if anything, I'll see you at the wrestling shows.